Once upon a time, in the bustling town of Willow Springs, a curious teenage girl named Kristen found herself wrapped in the embrace of a typical summer afternoon. The sun hung high, casting golden rays through the sprawling branches of the enchanted whispering woods that bordered her town. Kristen was an adventurous soul with a heart full of wonder, her mind often drifting to the fantastical realms spun in the pages of her beloved storybooks. Today, however, her quest for adventure would lead her to something far more remarkable than the tales she adored. While rummaging through a forgotten corner of her grandmother's attic, Kristen stumbled upon a small, ornate box dusted over with years of neglect. The box glimmered, as though it held a secret churning to be discovered. With a swift flick of her wrist, she opened it, revealing an array of shimmeringly colorful candy crystals. Each candy sparkled like a tiny gem, radiating hues of emerald green, ruby red, and sapphire blue.
What is that?
Kristen mused, picking up a dazzling crystal the color of the sky at twilight.
It must be some rock candy from my grandmother. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have just one little bite of it.
Instinctively, she took a small bite of the crystal in her mouth, savoring the burst of sugary sweetness that enveloped her senses. Little did she know that it was no ordinary treat. The moment the crystal melted on her tongue, the air shimmered around her like the surface of the enchanted lake at dawn, and in an instant, her surroundings began to swirl and dance, colors blending into a kaleidoscope of magic.
She felt a tickling sensation in her fingertips, as though 1,000 tiny sparks danced along her skin, as they magically changed into a dark red hue, while also becoming scaly. Her hair turned from black to fiery red, and horns sprang out from the top of her head, pointing downward, as her face reshaped into a draconic snout. Kristen's shirt vanished to the big wings that had magically sprung from her back. The same could have been said of her trousers due to her long enormous dragon tail. Kristen's hands and feet had grown clawed and more draconic, as she gazed down at the chewed crystal. Lastly, the heat increased steadily, until she finally emitted a massive belch, as hot flames shot from her mouth. Kristen had a gut feeling.
Kristen gasped as the world around her faded away, replaced by a riot of vibrant hues and animated forms. When the dizzying whirlwind of colors finally settled, Kristen found herself standing in a breathtaking landscape that looked like it had leapt straight out of her childhood dreams. She was no longer standing in the attic of her grandmother's house, but instead atop a grassy hill that rolled into valleys of cotton candy clouds and shimmering rivers of liquid light. She had become a cartoon dragon, her scales a delightful blend of opalescent colors that changed with the sunlight. Delicate wings adorned her back, glimmering with patterns that resembled the wings of a butterfly, and a mischievous grin danced across her face.
By the music of Sparklewood,
A voice echoed. Kristen turned to see a group of jubilant ponies trotting toward her, their manes flowing like silky ribbons in the breeze. They were a vibrant bunch, each one adorned with their own unique style and colors. In the lead was a pony with a harp as her cutie mark.
Welcome, welcome.
The minty green unicorn pony exclaimed.
I'm Lyra Harpstrings, and it's a magnificent day for adventures.
Kristen, who was now a dragon with the spirit of a girl, fluttered her wings with excitement.
Adventure? I'm all about adventure. I'm Kristen.
Oh, you're perfect. We've been in need of a brave dragon to help us.
Lyra exclaimed, jumping up with joy. Her two other pony friends, Bon Bon, a fuzzy earth pony with a curly mane, and Hoops, a big dark yellowish male Pegasus with big wings and a long brown mane and tail, nodded in agreement. Kristen was intrigued by the lively atmosphere and feeling an unexpected kinship with her newfound companions.
What do you need help with?
Kristen asked.
There's been a disturbance in Equestria.
Bon Bon explained.
In Ponyville, the wise princess of friendship known as Twilight Sparkle is missing. Without her, the magic that holds Equestria together is weakening.
Kristen felt a spark of determination ignite within her.
Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's find her.
With a collective cheer, the ponies rallied around her. With their spirits lifting like the colors of a sunrise, they began their journey toward Ponyville, a mystical place adorned with lots of ponies and houses in the gentle breeze. The path was lined with shops that seemed to chant with excitement, guiding them deeper into the heart of this enchanted land. As they walked through, Lyra filled Kristen's ears with tales of their world.
Every creature here has a purpose, a place where they belong. Twilight Sparkle watches over us, ensuring the balance of magic is maintained. But without her, the colors of our realm will start to fade, and our magic of friendship will dim.
Kristen listened intently. She had always believed that stories had the power to change the world. But here, in this magical land, she realized she could be part of a story that mattered. Upon reaching the edge of Ponyville, they were met with a strange sight. The Crystal Castle, which is Twilight's new home, appeared dull and lifeless with colors washed out as though they had forgotten how to shine.
Something is truly wrong,
Bonbon said, as she felt very worried. Kristen felt an unfamiliar sensation, a tingle that surged through her dragon form and connected her to the very magic coming from a strange nearby woods. She closed her eyes, focusing on the energy pulsing beneath her feet. It was as if Twilight was crying out for help.
She's in the ever-free forest.
Hoops replied.
You're right. We must find Twilight quickly.
Kristen declared. As they ventured deep in the forest, it darkened, shadows creeping in as though they were alive, swirling around them. The air grew thick with mystery, and Kristen felt the weight of the unknown pressing upon her. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows, a regal pony with feathers of lavender. Her pretty purple eyes glimmered like stars, yet she held a deep sadness that pierced through Kristen's heart.
Twilight.
Lyra gasped, rushing to the alicorn.
We're so glad that we found you,
replied Lyra.
And we were so worried about you also,
said Hoops.
Hey every pony, as you can all see here, I am bound by a spell.
Twilight said.
A wicked sorcerer is seeking to steal the magic of this realm for herself, and I am the key. She has trapped me in the shadows of this forest to prevent me from restoring the balance of friendship in Equestria.
Kristen stepped forward, determination burning brighter than ever.
We'll help you break the spell.
Yes, we can't let this happen,
replied Bonbon. So with a glint of hope in her eyes, Twilight nodded.
To free me, you must find the 3 enchanted gems scattered throughout the ever-free forest. Only by returning them to their rightful places can break the spell.
Kristen and the ponies exchanged determined glances. They were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, together.
Let's do this,
Kristen exclaimed, and so, as her spirit alighted with the adventure that awaited Kristen and her new pony friends, the ever-free forest beckoned, the air thick with magic and possibility. But with each step they took, they plunged deeper into the unknown, ready to reclaim not only the princess of friendship, but also the very essence of Equestria.